Page Sadik, again, Torah Megillah Esther, page Sadik. The pasuk says, "Yavil v'shmalchus shalovash b'yamelech." What did Haman tell Achashverosh? Achashverosh has Tama. What do you do to a person the king wants to honor? So he said, "Bring the garment that the king wears, the susa sherocha v'alav hamelech, and the horse that the king rides on, v'shinit in kesem malchus b'reishin, and put the crown on his head." That's what Haman, he thought he was going to get it. Hine inyan levush malchus. What is this inyan of levush malchus? What it says in the pasuk, Hashem malach geus lavish. Hashem is a king. He dresses himself with royalty. Shenislabish levush geus. Hashem dresses the kaviyachol with the royal garments to be melech ha'elam, to be the king. What makes the king the king? His garments, the royal, the crown. That's what you always speak about the crown as the symbol of the queen or the king, whatever it is. Well, it says by Matan Torah about Matan Torah, when you ride on your horse, your ridings will be salvation. Okay, so what does it mean? Levush, the level of Malchus. Okay, which by the way is Malchus, the level of Malchus. What is Susa Sherochel of Melech is the union of Yeshua salvation. Vashanit and Kesem Malchus Bereishay. That's the level which Shlomo Melech says. The crown that his mother gave him on the day of the wedding. That's the level of Matan Torah. Okay, that's what it's all about. Kine. He says like this: all the levels that were revealed by Matan Torah were revealed by Purim. Shenemar, why? What happened in Purim? They accepted willingly what they began already at Matan Torah. Matan Torah, the Eden said, Nasiv and Ishma, Heichelu Lasis. Was only the beginning. Remember, the Rebbe Natan Tzav asked, how could that be? Okay. In the days of Mordechai was the ultimate acceptance of Kabbalah Satayla. In fact, that's why the Arizal writes, Purim, or he says rather, Yom Kippurim, Yom Kippur, when they got the second Luches, so it's Kippurim. The Arizal writes that Yom Kippur is almost as great as Purim. So there's similarity between, because Yom Kippur is Luchas Shnias. Kibla Yehudim et Sheichelu Lasis, the Yidden accepted Purim time, the Torah again. So number one, it's connected to Matan Torah, and it's also connected to Yom Kippur, because both deal with Matan Torah. First Luchas Tzadikim, Bali Tshuva, whatever it is. Okay. Will be it Advarim. To explain is like this. We need to understand Maamar Azal, Tachas Chachma, Tshuva, Maisim Tevim. The ultimate level of Chachma is Tshuva and good deeds. Shenemar Eishes Chachma Yiras Hashem, Seichel Tevel Cholei Seihem. It says the beginning of Chachma, the fear Hashem, good Seichel for all those do with them. Seihem. It doesn't say L'Leim Deim Le'Namar. The Gemara says it doesn't say to those that learn it, to those that do it. So therefore, what's the ultimate level of Chachma Satayra? Tshuva and Maisim Tevim. Why? Because the Gemara says, if a person learns with the intent of not keeping, his embryo should have never been turned over, meaning it should have never been conceived. Why? What's wrong with learning Torah? It's a nice book. What's wrong with learning Torah without doing? Because the primary level of learning, like we learned Gadol Talmud, the greatest level of Talmud is Mevili de Maisa. That's only by a mitzvah that nobody else could do but you. But a mitzvah, I hope nobody parked in the parking lot. You did, you have to move by 7 o'clock. Right now, you have to move. In front of the mitzvah tank, yeah, where you were. No. Yeah, so far, I don't think they're going to get there. No, because we're taking the container 7 o'clock. Okay, and I was out. So it says like this. The ultimate level of Torah is the level of Maisim. Therefore, the Gemara says if you learn with the intent of not doing, you should have never been created. But that only refers to mitzvahs that nobody else could do but you. But mitzvahs that some other people can do, like we learned the din is, the halacha is, you don't stop learning Torah. Because it says, no objects will be equal to Torah, even heavenly things, Pitzadik. Shekol ha-mitzvahs einem shavim afilu davar echem medivrei Torah. Sheyesh bechinas ma'ilin say b'divrei Torah al kiyum ha-mitzvahs. Why? See, so like this. L'chaira, sometimes mitzvahs are more important, sometimes Torah is more important. Right? That's what we said. If somebody else could do the mitzvah, you go learn. If nobody else could do the mitzvah, do the mitzvah. Like, so which one is it? So he said, because there's a ma'ila in kiyum ha-mitzvahs. And there's a mile of Torah over mitzvahs. Because each one has an advantage. Therefore, sometimes you stop learning Torah to do a mitzvah. Sometimes you don't stop learning Torah to do a mitzvah. If Torah is great, you should always not stop. And if mitzvahs are great, you should always stop. So obviously there's an advantage of each one that the other one doesn't have. But he says now, that Alter Rebbe says, in this Maamar, I'm going to explain in this Maamar, he said, I'm going to explain the advantage of mitzvahs over learning. Al derech Maamar, like the expression tachlis chochma, or aleim, it shall last if a person learns with the intent of not keeping, it should have never been conceived. Okay? So again, the Alter Rebbe says clearly, even though there is an advantage of Torah over mitzvahs, but in this Maamar we're going to learn the advantage of mitzvahs over Torah. Tzaddik, middle of the first column. Chochma, because it says Reishis Chochma, Tachlis Chochma, Tshuva Maisim Tevim. So what's Chochma? Chochma is the beginning, the first level of Hishtalshelus. What does Hishtalshelus mean? What's a chain? A chain is many links, one into the next. The same thing we say Chochma is Reishis Hishtalshelus, meaning basically the 4 Eilamis with the 10 levels in each world is one big chain. So the top link is Chochma Vatzilas, and then it goes into Bina, Das, all throughout all 4 worlds. So Kacha Chochma begin Hishtalshel Mimeni, Hishtalshel Midas, that the Midas come from. And therefore, link 1 goes into link 2, which goes into link 3. So they're all interconnected. So the truth is 1 and 40 are all connected, really. And so this is the chain of the world. 10 levels of Atzilus, Chochma into Bina, then it goes into Machshava, Dibur, Maisa. Even though L'cha'era, Chochma is a much greater level than everything else, because Chochma comes from Ayin Timotzi, Yesh Miyayin, V'chinis Marka, V'sherish, L'chol Ishtal. L'cha'era Chochma is not one of the Ishtalshus, it's the source of Ishtalshus. Because Chochma Ma'ayin Timotzi comes from the level of Keser, and therefore, which is higher than worlds, and now Chochma is the, but nevertheless in Kozeh, the fact that Chochma in Kabbalah is called the beginning of the Gilui, not the source, but actually the beginning, then there's 2 and 3, that even the first level Chochma is counted as one of the things, it is part of it. Even though it's the source of it, it's still part of it. I'll give you a simple example where it's not like that. The Tzorach HaLamish, the stone, the flintstone, is a source of fire. But it's not a level of fire. It's only the source of fire. Here he says Chochma is not only the source of the rest of Hishtalshelus, it's the first of the Hishtalshelus. Just like you find in creation. Right? So Yem Echad is seemingly when everything was created. So it's above everything in the world. The sun, the moon, everything, Shemaim Vasaris was created on the first day. But nevertheless, it's day one. It's day two. It's part of the creation. As he says, L'chein Avraham shaya midas midas chesed. Therefore, Avraham is primarily the attribute of chesed, nikra Avraham, meaning Aver Ma. Right? Avraham is to Aver, the limb of Ma, of Bittul. Shu bechinas Aver v'keli. L'shtab is bechinas Chochma koyach Ma. Sha'chochma atzmi mulabashe b'techa midas. Because Chochma itself, like we learned, Seichel gives birth to midas. The midas are based on your seichel. A child has immature midas. An adult is supposed to have more mature midas. So therefore, the chokhmah is connected to the midas. Therefore, what's Avraham? Avraham is called Aver Ma. It's a limb of Ma of chokhmah. That means Avraham is a keli for the level of chokhmah. That means chokhmah is coming into chesed. Chokhmah is coming into midas. Therefore, it only says Chochmah comes from ayin, but it's not ayin, because Chochmah is already one of the spheres. Or Meish Rabbeinu Olav Shalom, Shaya Bechinas V'Nachnu Ma Hainu Bechinas Ayin Mamish. That means like this: Avraham Avinu Chochmah Me'ayin Timatzei. Yeah. So Avraham Avinu was the keli of Chochmah, the keli for Chochmah. But Moshe Rabbeinu was ayin himself. He was Chochmah himself.
He was
What?
the source of Chochmah.
He was Chochmah. No.
Chochmah itself.
Moshe Rabbeinu is the level of Nachnu Ma. We are Chochmah.
So Chochmah comes from Moshe Rabbeinu because we just
No, he is Chochmah.
we said Chochmah comes from Ayin. It itself.
No. The Avraham Avinu is a keli for Chochmah. He's only the vessel for Chochmah. That means Chochmah comes into Avraham. But Moshe Rabbeinu is the level of Chochmah.
It's the level of Ma.
That's Chochmah. Ma is Chochmah.
Chochmah comes from Ayin.
No, Chochmah is. That's not what he says. It doesn't say Ma comes from Chochmah.
No, Chochmah comes from Ma.
No place he said that.
How come sometimes we say Moshe Rabbeinu is Netzach, sometimes we say he's Chochmah of Atzilus?
Moshe Rabbeinu primarily was Chesed of Atzilus. Chochmah of Atzilus. But the Chochmah of Atzilus includes within it all the other 10 levels. So it depends which level of Moshe Rabbeinu was revealed at that time of Chochmah of Atzilus. Was it Netzach of Chochmah? Was it the Chesed of Chochmah? Was it Gvur of Chochmah? But he is the level of Chochmah. Then you can have, say, it could reveal itself in Netzach of Chochmah, or Bina of Chochmah, or Gvur of Chochmah, whatever it is. And therefore he said, Kvad per v'kvad loshin u'nechi. Kvad per legabi lo Torah shebal per v'kvad loshin b'Torah sheb'ksav. Why? He said, why couldn't Moshe Rabbeinu it's Kvad per or Kvad loshin? So it says in Kabbalah, I think Medrash probably also says, that he was, he couldn't speak, right? He couldn't speak properly Torah sheb'ksav, and he couldn't speak Torah shebal per. Why? Because Eiraisa mi Chochmah nafkis. Torah comes from Chochmah. But Moshe Rabbeinu is the level of Chochmah. So Moshe Rabbeinu is even higher than Torah. Because Torah comes from Chochmah. Eiraisa mi Chochmah nafkis. Both. Torah sheb'ksav and Torah shebal peh. Huh? That's what he says.
How come one is Torah, one is Lashon?
He says what's Kvad Loshin is Torah sheb'ksav, because it's more of talking.
If he's higher than
What?
he should be able to talk to us. He shouldn't have any problem with saying it.
See, one second, let's see what he says. She may some adregen the shmasel l'mayim mechinas a Torah reis m'chochmah nafku they should stop yourself baruch hu shebo memalekul almin in the shtalshus mistabish in almin, because chochmah begins like you said memalekul almin shtalshulis ava ours am shachas erin so. Okay, one second. So he says like that before he gets into the mitzvahs. So he says like this: Torah is a level of chochmah. Okay, let's forget about Moshe Rabbeinu for a second. Just get what the Alter Rebbe is leading up to. Torah is the level of Reisem Chochmah Nafkis. So Torah is the beginning of Ishtalshulis. Therefore, Torah is Mamalek Almi. Therefore, Torah needs to be understood Torah needs to be understood because it has to be nislabish, memalekol, it has to be nislabish in the brain. You don't understand it in Torah Shabbat Pedlis, then you don't get it. Okay? Now, mitzvahs, so meanwhile, the Alter Rebbe said that Moshe Rabbeinu is a higher level than Torah, and therefore he is Chachma, Torah comes from Chachma, Avraham Avinu is the Keli for Chachma, right? Torah comes from Chachma, Moshe Rabbeinu is Chachma, and therefore, by the way, it says, Min Amayim Shisiyu. Moshe Rabbeinu came from Alma's demon, from Alma Diskasya, not Mamalo Kol Alma, which is Alma Disgalia. Right? That's Torah, comes to Chachma. Torah is Chachma, so Torah is the beginning of Ishtalshus. By the way, just for the record, there's a level of Torah which is higher than this. Okay? That it says, Shashui HaMelech Batzmosi is God's toy, which is a level of Tainug. But generally speaking, when you... Sure. Ratzin is the 5 levels. Nefesh, Neshama, Chaya, Neshama is Chachma, Chaya is Ratzin, and Yechida is the essence. Tainug. Tainug is within yourself. You're not, it's whatever. You're not drawn to any. Ratzin means I'm drawn to something. Tainug is my own Tainug that I have by myself. So he says though, okay, that's why, but here he's talking about the level of Torah that comes into Chachma. Okay? So Torah comes in, Torah comes in the level of Chachma. Therefore it's called Chachma because it comes from Chachma. But mitzvahs, the Alter Rebbe is going to explain, comes the level of Makifim. That's why it's called Levush versus Bozing. Mitzvahs are called Levush. Like the guy, the Tinnik said, the Yenuka said, from the Reicha de Levushaychu, from the smell of your garments, I could tell that you didn't learn the Shema yet. What does the Shema have to do with garments?
I can hear now. I can know what.
I can tell you didn't read the Shema yet. There's this Yunuk in the Zayad, very special kid. So, I think some people say, I'm not a Sava. But mitzvahs, though, at the level of Makifim. So now we're talking about the garments are higher than the food. Food you digest internally, right? And therefore the Alter Rebbe explains in another Maamar in Likutei Torah why clothing is more expensive than food. Besides the simple reason it lasts longer, but he said because garments come from the level of Makifim. And Makifim is higher than Mamala Kolam. Food you digest. So that's the level of Mamala Kolam. Garments are saving Kolam, so therefore saving is higher than Mamala, so therefore it costs more money. Bias is even Makif the Makif, one size fits all, and therefore it's not even the Makif that's connected to the Pneumius. Garments is Makif, but it has to fit you. Too long is no good, too short is no good. So even though it's Makifim, but it has to be connected to the Pneumius. But the house, one size fits all, because it's Makif the Makif. That's Mamala Sever, less Machshava Tvisabay. These are the 3, therefore he says houses are much more expensive. Therefore in Beverly Hills, houses are very expensive, because the Makif in Beverly Hills is so great. It's pleasant dreams. Okay. Maybe a Makifim of Klippa, maybe. No?